is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us in the last hour. A panel has cleared the way for the FDA to give emergency use authorization to the Moderna vaccine, and those in long-term care around Wisconsin have a lot to gain from that approval.
That is the vaccine that will go to nursing and assisted living homes around the state through a federal program. Our Naomi Coles explains.
There's two parts to vaccine distribution under Wisconsin's first phase. There's the state-directed hub and spoke model, and that's getting vaccines to our healthcare right now. And then there's the federal pharmacy program in partnership with Walgreens and CVS. They're going to get the Moderna vaccine to our long-term care. But at the end of that chain, there's our elderly loved ones just waiting for their shot.
She has very few people in her world, in fact, none other than myself.
For 45 years, retired UW professor Paul Williams counted on his secretary.
I depended on her all my professional life, and now I can give back.
Now, as Veronica King's close friend and healthcare power of attorney, Paul says neither of them can wait until she has the vaccine.
And she's very much for that.
More than a quarter of COVID-19 deaths in Wisconsin happened in long-term care. Now, through that federal pharmacy partnership, they're next in line to get the vaccine under Wisconsin's plan.
The pharmacists and their pharmacy technicians will be the ones who actually administer the vaccine to both residents and staff.
In Wisconsin, that first dose could reach nursing homes as soon as December 28th.
We expect from our allocation, our Moderna allocation, that 25% of what is necessary to vaccinate, first dose vaccination at skilled nursing will roll the first week.
But when all of Wisconsin's roughly 5,000 long-term care facilities get their own, that's still up in the air.
We are hoping to have our vaccines done for all residents and all staff members by the first week in January.
So it's a lot of moving parts.
John Sauer with Leading Age Wisconsin has a lot of unanswered questions. For example, how many of the initial expected shipment of 100,000 Moderna vaccines will be sent to long-term care versus health care?
It's a mammoth undertaking, and it is full of logistical complexities.
But for a population hit hardest by the virus, at least now there's hope.
And I promised them we're going to have a big party once COVID is done.
And at St. Mary's Care Center, Paul says Veronica is just hanging on to seeing her son again.
She's living for that.
Reporting for News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
So with that new information within the last hour, an FDA advisory panel is endorsing a second COVID-19 vaccine, paving the way for the Moderna shot to be added to the U.S. vaccination campaign. That vaccination effort kicked off this week with Pfizer's vaccine, the second one urgently needed as coronavirus infections, hospitalizations, and deaths in the U.S. climbed to new heights ahead of the holidays. Teenagers as young as 16 can get the Pfizer vaccine. Moderna would be available to those 18 and older. SSM Health says it'll be able to vaccinate more healthcare workers than originally thought. The Pfizer vaccine is supposed to have 5 doses in each vial, but after it's mixed, SSM says it was able to get 6 doses. This is because each person who's vaccinated could use a different size syringe depending on the thickness of their tissue and muscle. Officials say they will be able to vaccine hundreds more people.
So we got enough for almost 4,000 doses, and then to add on another really 10% onto that, another 40 or another 400 doses or so, yeah, really increases our volume and increases our ability to vaccinate more individuals than we anticipated.
In case you were wondering, the FDA did approve those extra doses and volumes in each vial.
A UW health doctor calls the vaccine more precious than gold, and vaccinators are handling it that way.
Brady Mallory joins us with a look at what UW is doing to make sure none of it goes to waste. Brady?
Well, the Pfizer vaccine isn't like old leftovers just sitting in your fridge. You can't throw it away. That's why UW Health has a plan. There's a very limited window to use this vaccine since it has to be stored in ultra-cold temperatures. Dr. Jeff Pothoff says once you thaw it, you have to use it in about 5 days. There's a system in place that lets the health system know how many doses it needs for the list of people who get it. So what if someone on the list cancels? Well, then that person's scheduled dose goes to the next person in line.
Just like the airlines have standby lists, we have standby lists for vaccine so that we don't find ourselves in a situation where we have a dose that's thawed, nearing the end of its thawed lifespan and no one to inject it in.
As more people get the vaccine, there will undoubtedly be more questions about who should get it. One of them being, what if I already had COVID-19? Do I still need to get the vaccine? We're working on bringing you that answer tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Brady, thank you. According to data compiled by Johns Hopkins University, the U.S. has now surpassed 17 million COVID-19 cases, and nearly 308,000 people have died from the virus. According to the data, it took the U.S. 278 days to reach 8.5 million COVID-19 cases, but it only took 54 days to double that number. In Wisconsin, at least 51 more people have died of coronavirus complications, pushing the statewide death toll to 4,360. State and county health officials recorded 3,357 new cases of the virus today. The state has reached a lifetime total of 448,803 confirmed cases, with 9% of those cases still active.
Wisconsin health officials plan to use a voluntary smartphone app starting next week to help with COVID-19 contact tracing.
This smartphone app uses Bluetooth technology to let you know if you've been in close contact with someone who's tested positive. Android and iPhone users will see a notification on their phones to download or enable the app next Wednesday. And I strongly encourage you to do so once the app is available.
Now, here's how the app will work. When someone tests positive for COVID-19, they'll be sent a code that they can enter into the app. The code is then used to anonymously send an alert to users who have shared a Bluetooth signal with the person who tested positive. Bluetooth must be enabled for the app to work properly. The app must also be installed or enabled prior to a positive test for it to work. And we'll have more on the app coming up tonight. News 3 Now at 10.
COVID-19 cases in Dane County are continuing to decline. At the Madison mayor's weekly press conference, health officials said the 14-day average in Dane County is now 215 cases. That's down from 252 cases last week. The 7-day average is 178 cases, which is down from 250 last week. Health officials say due to the decline in cases, they are now able to contact trace.
Given these declining case counts, I'm happy to report we are able to contact all cases and their close contacts for follow-up, moving us out of the crisis model that we have been in since late October.
Although cases are declining, Dane County is still at a very high level of COVID activity. Health officials are encouraging Wisconsinites not to gather for the holidays and to wait until next year to celebrate.
The state health department's ability to impose capacity limits on businesses in the future rests with the Wisconsin Supreme Court tonight.
Lawyers from both sides pushed their cases today. Our Amy Reed is live now to explain what justices have to consider in the case. Amy?
You can see throughout oral arguments today, justices were trying to decide how much their decision earlier this year on Safer at Home should weigh into their decision here. And that's complicated by how the makeup of the court has changed. There is at least one more justice who seems to not only disagree with the ruling that got rid of the stay-at-home order, but finds it was inconsistent in and of itself. The question today is about indoor gathering limits Secretary-designee Palm ordered to curb the spread of the coronavirus. Some justices thought maybe a carve-out in the May ruling on schools would allow it here, but others also questioned if they would have to overturn the Safer at Home ruling to allow for these restrictions.
If a decision of this court that directly addresses the same fact scenario, and we to turn on that now would be to undercut many of the principles that we've laid out in the way we conduct ourselves as an institution.
That's Justice Brian Hagedorn, who sided against overturning the Safer at Home order in May, but he didn't seem inclined to ignore the potential precedent in this case. We won't know until the ruling comes down, and there's no timeline for that. This case is in a way moot since the order has expired, but according to the DOJ's filing in this case, the Secretary-designee wants to issue another indoor gathering limit, but she wants to see how the law will play out first.
All right, Amy Reed reporting live from the Capitol. Amy, thank you. Congress appears to be on the verge now of passing a new pandemic relief measure. The Senate bill includes a $300 weekly federal unemployment benefit for 4 months. The roughly $908 billion measure would put money in most Americans' pockets in the form of a stimulus check of up to $700. The bill also contains rental assistance, food assistance, money for schools and vaccine distribution, and $300 billion in aid for small businesses.
The latest report from the U.S. Labor Department shows the job market continues to suffer. Another 885,000 people filed for first-time unemployment benefits last week. It's actually the fourth time in the past 5 weeks that first-time claims have increased. In the meantime, continuing claims, which track the total number of Americans seeking jobless benefits, fell to 5.5 million.
We are continuing our focus on the struggles facing local restaurants. Chef Tori Miller, one of the most decorated chefs in Madison, but even he says he's worried about the future.
It's one of those things where it's really scary to see us all out here in one shot, but this is just one community in America. And when you think about the millions of jobs that are going to be lost because restaurants are going to be closing, and the millions of jobs that have already been lost, and we haven't got any stimulus, we got one check in the mail, sort of. And it's just not enough, and the government knows it, and it's just a ridiculous situation. Sorry, I'm at a point now where I've gone from like scared to depressed to just plain pissed off.
Well, that was a common feeling among the chefs who spoke with our Leah Linscheid recently. And here's how you can help another local business during the holiday season. Gates in Brovey down on Monroe Street has had its doors closed for much of the pandemic, but they're now open for takeout and could use your support. Their phone number right there on your screen, 819-8988, along with their website. Again, open for takeout. You can find all the information along with a list of other restaurants that could use your help or your business to channel3000.com.
Healthcare workers who come face to face with the virus every day see a lot of pain and loss, and many of them face their own struggles, all while trying to save the lives of total strangers. A respiratory therapist at UW Health has carried a heavy weight on her shoulders throughout the pandemic, and she has a message for everyone as we continue battling this together.
Be kind to people. There's so much anger about all this. We're all frustrated. None of us want to be going through any of this, but just be thoughtful and kind to another. And let's just for each other, let's help each other out and get through this together.
And Becky is dealing with her own tragedy while still trying to help save lives. Tonight at 6, our Jamie Perez shares her story of how she's pushing through. This year has been difficult for all of us, but especially the frontline healthcare workers, so we want to thank them. Tonight, only on News 3 Now, Madison Magazine highlights top nurses in our community. This year, they're recognizing 7 area nurses who are going above and beyond to provide exceptional care during the COVID-19 pandemic. We'll introduce you to these heroes. They truly are, coming up tonight at 6:30, immediately following News 3 Now at 6.
A little colder tonight. We could see some drizzle tomorrow. Let's get a look at your first warn forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti on the weather patio. Gary?
Well, tonight should be partly cloudy. That's what will allow temperatures to drop off. The drizzle probably won't occur until later tomorrow night into Saturday, and there could even be a little freezing drizzle mixed in, but there's not going to be much in the way of precipitation. Visible cloud track shows we've had intervals of clouds and sunshine today, but the clouds will start to break up a little bit tonight. Live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam in downtown Madison showing partly cloudy skies, and you can see on Doppler track no precipitation really across the state of Wisconsin. Low temperatures this morning because of the cloud cover started out in the middle 20s. High temperatures today about the same as yesterday, 30 in Madison, 34 in Janesville, generally lower 30s across southern Wisconsin. And right now temperatures are just a degree or 2 below that. Here in Madison we've dropped to 29. But tomorrow morning we'll be down to about 16 degrees, so it will be a little colder, but look for winds to pick up from the south tomorrow. And even though we'll see a fair amount of cloud cover, high temperatures will top out in the middle 30s, about 36 in Madison. Again, there could be some flurries or freezing drizzle tomorrow night into Saturday morning and some drizzle possible Saturday afternoon. But otherwise, look for quiet weather until some snow arrives just before Christmas. I'll have more details in weather in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. We have some breaking news that came in just a few minutes ago. We now know the name of the Didion Mill employee in Cambria who died in that grain silo earlier this month. The Columbia County Sheriff's Office says 52-year-old Randall Road of Waupun was found dead December 8th. Officials spent hours searching for him, who was reported missing from Didion earlier in the day. OSHA, along with the Columbia County Sheriff's Office, are continuing to investigate.
A $3 million cash bond has been set for the man charged with murdering 2 women in Janesville. Marcus Randall is charged with multiple counts, including 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide in the deaths of Sierra Winchester and Brittany McAdory earlier this year. Family and friends of the victims testified in the hearing, saying that Randall should not be released to the public.
Now my daughter's 4 girls, and Brittany's 2 children must grow up without their mothers. That is 6 children who are now motherless because of him, because of this monster. My boys will never see their sister again, nor will any other family members or close friends. We will all have to carry this hurt with us moving forward. A person who does such evil should not be given the chance to experience freedom again. By his actions, he has forfeited his right to such things.
There's more to come on News 3 Now at 5. Coming up next, a record-breaking winter storm has hit the northeastern part of the country. We'll have details on how much snow it brought. And coming up tonight at 6, how an assisted living facility on Madison's north side is spreading cheer for residents this holiday season. Again, that's next hour. And on Wall Street, solid gains in Thursday trading as the Dow adds almost 149 points. NASDAQ gains 106.5. The S&P jumps 21. We'll be right back.
Shop Wild Easttown Honda for clearance deals on over 400 new Hondas. Lease a new Civic for just $179. That's $179 and absolutely zero due at signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this holiday season, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean. And people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Shop Wild Easttown Honda for clearance deals on 400 new Hondas. Lease a new all-wheel drive CR-V for $269. That's $269 and absolutely zero due at signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison.
Tonight at 6, we're putting names to the numbers of those who have been impacted by the pandemic. We'll hear from a respiratory therapist on the front lines. And good news for Dane County, contact tracing efforts are no longer in crisis mode. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
News 3 Now profiles Madison Magazine's top nurses for 2020. Meet these outstanding nurses who went above and beyond in providing care, innovation, and leadership during unprecedented times. Tonight at 6:30 on News 3 Now.
Millions of people in the Northeast are digging out from a deadly snowstorm that has shattered records.
Even before the official start of winter, the storm has already made history, bringing some areas 40 inches of snow, the biggest two-day amount on record. Parts of upstate New York got more than 3 feet.
I'm telling you, it is not safe, and you shouldn't be out there if you don't have to be out there.
Hazardous road conditions caused fatal crashes in multiple states, and in Maryland, airline passengers had a scare when their jet slid off the taxiway. Spirit Airlines says luckily no one was injured.
Let's get a look at your first warned weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti joining us. Gary?
Well, you can tell that storm system really walloped New England. This is the snow depth, and you can see the swath of heaviest snow fell from north-central Pennsylvania through central New York and then up into portions of Vermont and New Hampshire. Heaviest snowfalls that I could find were right around Binghamton, New York. The National Weather Service office there recorded 42 inches of snow, and you can see heavy snow as far south as New York City and as far north almost as the northern portion of New York State. But the bulk of that snow now has shifted off into southern Canada, the storm weakening. Some lighter snow, mainly lake effect snow, and just some light snow across parts of the Ohio Valley and then across Wisconsin. Things right now very tranquil. We have cloud cover, at least some cloud cover, but no precipitation. Three things you need to know in the forecast. We'll have one more chance of maybe some flurries, and then as we head toward Christmas Eve, look for some flurry chances. And then following that, look for cold temperatures. We could see single digits by early on Christmas Day morning. Now, our snow depth still about several inches from east central Wisconsin through the Madison area and into Iowa. Notice that area of central Wisconsin, not much in the way of snow, and then far northern Wisconsin, a little bit of snow on the ground. Now, that could change. Yesterday, I was showing you some of the future track computer models. This is the European computer model showing a storm system coming out of South Dakota, but the latest forecast today takes that low just north of Madison. Normally, we would expect the storm to pass south of Madison for a heavy snow here, and then it takes a more southeasterly direction, so that keeps the bulk of the heavier snow to the north. And you can see as we head from Christmas Eve with some flurries into Christmas Day when skies turn partly sunny, the rest of the holiday looks very quiet. But as we check out the snowfall totals, the heaviest totals would be in the far northern portion of Wisconsin, perhaps as much as a foot of snow there. But notice how the numbers have come down for Madison. Meantime, the USGFS computer model takes the low center again north of Madison and then takes it in a northeasterly direction, again keeping the heaviest snow north of us. So at this point, again, things wind down as we head into the Christmas holiday. But as far as snowfall totals, at least in this area, we're probably looking at maybe an inch or two. Again, the potential for heavier snow farther to the north. Our forecast for tomorrow calls for variably cloudy skies, be a little more breezy, so that should get the high temperature up to about 36 degrees. 7 to 10 day forecast. Look for some flurries, maybe a little freezing drizzle mixed in Friday night into Saturday morning, and then some flurry chances Sunday night. Again, just looking for light snow in the Tuesday night, Wednesday time frame. Heaviest snow right now appears to stay north of us. A couple of flurries on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day will be cold. Both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, high temperatures only around 20 degrees. As we take a look at first warning traffic right now, no problems on the Beltline, not seeing any delays there. Not even seeing any delays really on East Washington Avenue through the downtown area. About a 16-minute commute either direction on the Beltline between University Avenue and I-3990. Heading south from the Beltline on I-3990 to Janesville is a 27-minute commute. It's 17 minutes to Sauk City on US 12 and also 17 minutes to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your News 3 Now First Warning Traffic.
Okay, Gary, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, how the Packers are helping honor frontline workers this weekend. That's ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our holiday Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 at plexidermtrial.com to celebrate this holiday season.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer.
care. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. So if under-eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this holiday season and see that younger-looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Are you ready to tone? Well, let's warm up those muscles.
Get your chia in shape with Richard Simmons Chia Pet and your favorite painter, Bob Ross Chia Pet. Fantastic. Just spread the seeds, water, and watch it grow. And the Trolls Poppy Chia Pet. And don't forget the adorable Hedgehog and Llama Chia Pets.
Always make you happy.
Chia Pets, the gift that grows.
At Walgreens, Lowe's, Menards, and Walmart. Makes a great gift.
Happy holidays and happy savings at the Brothers Maine during our Happy Holiday Savings Sale. Give your home a little love and give yourself more big savings on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We're making the holidays a little easier with up to 18 months of 0% financing and the convenience of expert delivery free. You get more for the holidays at the Moore store. Happy home shopping, happy holidays, and happy holiday savings from all of us at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
The Green Bay Packers are honoring frontline workers and their families this weekend at Lambeau Field. The Green and Gold will host 250 healthcare professionals and first responders at Lambeau Field on Saturday against the Carolina Panthers. The healthcare workers and their families will sit in socially distanced pods. Kickoff for the game is at 7:15.
Google is now facing its third antitrust lawsuit. As many as 38 state attorneys general, including Wisconsin, filed the latest suit against Google today. That suit alleges Google has stifled its competition in the online search and online advertising market. The lawsuit mirrors an earlier antitrust suit filed by the Justice Department and 11 states in the fall, but it also goes further, tacking on additional allegations that Google blocked results from certain search engines. Stay with us for a final check of your First Warn forecast in just a moment.
Give your home the update it deserves today at Menards. Add a unique look with a barn door. This colonial elegance pine barn door features frosted glass inserts. Just $179.99. Quickset adds security on the outside and convenience on the inside. Saving over 50 doorknobs and levers from Quickset. Like this Balboa privacy lever in a satin nickel finish. Get it for $17.99 now at Menards. Plus, give the perfect gift with a Menards gift card.
Greetings to you all from Menards.
At Papa Murphy's, we make fresh pizza that you bake at home. Because home is where the fun is. Right now, get the chicken garlic pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
In 1912, Leon L. Bean sold his first batch of 100 boots. 90 of them leaked. He refunded every pair and then perfected them. Because if it wasn't comfortable, he didn't want people to have it. This holiday season, we want to help you give the warmest, coziest, longest-lasting gifts on earth and make you feel more comfortable than you have in a long, long time.
Arby's, 2 for $6 every day. Chicken, beef, gyros. 2 of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
Hearing the words, "You have cancer," can be life-changing.
Scary.
Frightening. Devastating.
But at Gilda's Club, I find hope.
For my family.
Laughter. Support.
Gilda's Club is here for me, and I'm so relieved.
So happy.
Happy!
We're ready to face cancer head-on.
Cancer Support at Gilda's Club is virtual during the COVID pandemic, so you are not alone. Join us at gildasclubmadison.org to take on cancer together.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough?
Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
There's always a way to make joy, America, so it's time to get to it. And with the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event, we're here to help. We're giving you the best deals of the season on the adventure-ready Ford Ranger and the Built Ford Tough Ford F-150 to help you make some extra joy this year. Because this season will be as bright as ever. Ford, built for the holidays. Get F-150 with $95.22 in total savings, plus 1,000 trade assist during the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, in the season of giving, a teacher gives a school custodian the ultimate gift, sharing a lesson in selflessness. That and more news tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
Let's get a final check on the weather with Gary.
Temperatures right now seasonably cold. Here in Madison, we're at 29 degrees, mainly upper 20s to lower 30s right now. By tomorrow morning, with partly cloudy skies, we'll actually be a little colder. Look for a low temperature in the middle teens, highs tomorrow in the middle 30s. Could see some flurries or freezing drizzle later tomorrow night into Saturday morning and maybe a little drizzle Saturday afternoon. Then quiet weather into Tuesday night and Wednesday. We'll see some light snow with maybe some minor accumulations. And then it'll turn colder for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
All right, Gary, thanks. We're back in 30 minutes for News You're Now at 6. CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell coming your way next. Stay tuned.